She tried to frame me for cheating, so I let her think it worked. I, M34, have been married to Jessica, F32, for 5 years. We were one of those picture-perfect couples online, matching PJs, Sunday brunches, gym selfies. In public, she was affectionate, proud, loving. At home, cold, passive-aggressive, hot and cold affection, random mood swings. And I was always one conversation away from being accused of not trying hard enough. Still, I held on. I loved her. Or maybe I loved the idea of us. Perfect. The first weird sign was the red lipstick. Perfect. Jessica never wore it. Ever. She said it clashed with her skin tone. Perfect. So imagine my surprise when she made a scene, loud enough for the neighbors, about finding red lipstick on one of my white shirts. It was in the hamper. A dress shirt I hadn't worn in months. She waved it in my face like it was DNA evidence. I told her I had no idea how it got there. She called me a liar. I dropped it, but I also took a picture. Timestamped it. Then came the random condom wrapper in the car. I hadn't used condoms since we got married. She screamed, threw it at me, said she found it under the seat, except it was a brand she prefers, not one I ever used. She was planting evidence, and that's when it clicked. Jessica wasn't trying to catch me cheating. She was trying to frame me. So I stopped defending myself, and I started letting her think it was working. She tried to frame me for cheating, so I let her think it worked. Part 2. After the lipstick incident and the condom setup, I started documenting everything. I stopped defending myself. I just watched. I bought a cheap voice recorder off Amazon and left it running in the bedroom when I wasn't home. Set up a nanny cam inside a fake charging brick. I wasn't doing anything wrong, so I had nothing to hide. And what I caught? Jessica talking to someone named D on the phone. Real cozy-like. Laughing. Complaining about me. Talking about our plan to make it look like he's cheating. The cherry on top? Her saying, once the lawyer sees this stuff, I'll get the house. He won't even fight it. So it was about the divorce. She wanted out, but with everything. The house, the accounts, the dog, and her precious Instagram image of being the wronged woman. Here's where I flipped the script. I created a fake Gmail account, made it look like it belonged to someone named Chloe, sent myself a couple of flirty emails, making sure the subject lines were spicy, but the content was totally bland. Then I accidentally left my laptop open one night, and just like that, Jessica found them. She lit up, accused me of having an emotional affair, packed a bag, said she needed time to think, took the dog, called her mom. While she was gone, I copied everything, her texts, her emails, that call with D, and then I quietly met with a divorce attorney, because if she wanted a war, she just walked into her own trap. She tried to frame me for cheating, so I let her think it worked. Part 3. Jessica moved out temporarily, just to think things through, she said. Translation. To prepare her case, probably to meet up with D and assume I'd start spiraling. Instead, I got to work. My lawyer was a quiet guy with kind eyes and a memory like a steel trap. I showed him everything. Voice recordings, screenshots of texts between her and D, audio of her discussing framing me, pictures of the planted evidence, the emails I'd fabricated, harmless on content, damning by subject line only. He leaned back in his chair and said, "This is one of the most peaceful takedowns I've ever seen." We built a digital folder titled Gotcha. One copy on my drive, one with my attorney, one with a time-stamped backup in the cloud. I also made a PDF version titled For Mediation. Neat. Labeled. Tabbed. Color-coded like a presentation for court. Then, I made my move. I sent Jessica a calm, respectful email saying, "Given where we are emotionally, I think it's best we consider mediation. I'm open to an amicable split," she replied within minutes. "Thank you for being mature about this. I was hoping we could avoid the drama." "Oh, Jess, you invented the drama." She walked into mediation all confident, hair perfect, crocodile tears ready, probably expecting to play the cheated on wife card, until my lawyer slid the folder across the table. and said, "Before we begin, you'll want to review this." She tried to frame me for cheating, so I let her think it worked. Part 4. Jessica opened the folder in mediation. At first, she smiled, probably expecting photos of Chloe or steamy messages she could cry about. Then she flipped the first tab. Audio recording. Her voice, talking to Dee about how she'd frame me. She stopped smiling. The lawyer continued, flipping the pages like he was presenting Exhibit A through Z. Timeline of her setups. The lipstick smear. The planted condom. A transcript of her phone call laughing about how he's so clueless, this'll be easy. Her mouth opened. No words came out. She looked to her lawyer, who looked like he wanted to crawl into his briefcase and disappear. I stayed silent. My lawyer simply said, "Any claims against our client will be considered malicious prosecution if pursued further." Translation: try to lie in court, and you'll lose everything. Jessica tried to save face. Mumbled something about being misunderstood, said the recordings were taken out of context. Too late. We offered her a deal right there. No alimony, no claim to my business, which she never helped build anyway. Joint custody of the dog, which I knew she'd drop in a month. And we walk away with what we each came into the marriage with. She agreed. No apology, no ownership, just silence and a trembling signature. As she left the mediation office, she paused at the door, turned around, looked like she wanted to say something, then walked out. I walked out free. She tried to frame me for cheating, so I let her think it worked. Part 5. It's been 6 months since the divorce finalized. Jessica moved back to her mom's place, at least for now. I heard through mutuals that Dee ghosted her once he found out she tried to manufacture a cheating scandal. Guess even cheaters don't like being pawns. She posted some cryptic IG stories about men who lie and healing energy, but let's be honest, no amount of hashtags can scrub court-documented receipts. As for me, I moved into a new place. A little smaller, a little quieter. No fake lipstick stains, no planted drama, no carefully timed emotional traps. Just peace. The dog's with me full-time now. Turns out Jessica forgot to pick him up for 2 of her shared custody weekends, and I documented that too. My lawyer got it revised. She has visitation rights but hasn't used them once. Sometimes I get tempted to post my own healing energy quotes online, but I don't need to. The best revenge was not reacting, not yelling, just watching, documenting, and waiting for her to trip on the trap she set. I didn't just win the divorce. I got my life back without ever raising my voice. For more stories like this, be sure to like and subscribe to receive notifications when a new post is published. Until next time, take care!